Welcome back, y'all. This is Robin here from Skincare Tactical. We have another special video for y'all. We're going to be doing a kind of an unboxing and review on this little sunscreen kit that my lady bought from Sephora. This was a deal that was on and it was off real quickly. So it was $39, and then the whole package, it was $178 worth. And I think $25 of it went to the Sloan Kettering Cancer Foundation. So it was a good cause, and my lady's always looking out for good ways to spend our money and to really support patients, support research. So, and also I needed sunscreen. It's summertime here in California, and we wanted to get stocked up with all the sunscreens and get ready for the summer. It's kind of a mixed bag. So my lady and I, in the tradition of fantasy football, we did a snake draft. So there's I think there was maybe 12. There's 12 sunscreens and a couple vitamins and one ceramide from Kate Somerville. So I'll be kind of doing a quick review of each of it. This might be a longer video. I'll try to timestamp everything for you guys so you guys can kind of do a quick snippet of the ones you want to look at. So snake draft, basically, if y'all are new to fantasy football and you guys don't know what a draft looks like, pretty much you just go in order. So like in the first round, if you were first, then the second round you're last. So for example, if there's 10 players in a team or 10 teams in a league, so if you pick second on the first round, you'll pick 9th on the second round, then back to second on the third round, and so it's just kind of back and forth. So obviously my lady and I, since there's only 2 of us, so first pick gets the number 1 pick, and then the next starting then after that it'll be 2 picks, right, back to back, right? Because there's only 2 people in the snake draft. So it's kind of a weird kind of program, but I wanted to do it, and honestly, overall, I think my lady won in the draft. I think her selection, after using all the products for over a month, definitely got a good picture of what things I liked, some things I didn't like, and we are here to do a quick overall review, going over the ingredient stack and the price. And as far as value wise, I mean, if you were able to hop on and get this like my lady, good job. And it's definitely as a sweet deal. One of the items was Dr. Dennis Gross. His sunscreen was a full size. So just getting that already was worth the whole thing. And I got to try all these other products, and some of them were just kind of meh. And I'm not really not a big fan of the chemical sunscreen. So that's kind of just use it a couple times and probably gonna just toss them. But anyways, without further ado, we're gonna be doing the review in order, okay, of the draft, okay? So the first one I picked was, of course the mineral screens went first, right? So the Ren, this is the Ren Clean Screen Mineral SPF 30. This was a mattifying sunscreen. It had a little bit of a dry texture. I'm actually gonna be giving this to my colleague Flora from Spiritual Care at UCSF Medical. So I'm gonna show you a little bit of it. It's kind of like a clay texture. It's a little bit thick, but it doesn't leave a white cast. I really liked it. Only thing is it was drying. I felt see how fast it absorbs. It absorbs really fast. Okay, so if you look at the ingredient stack, most of it is highlighted green. There's quite a lot of good stuff in it. On the top of the deck, you got the aloe and glycerin. So that's kind of the star ingredients for this ingredient. It's pretty complex. There's a lot of ingredients. At the way back end, we have all the preservatives and fragrances, the citronellol and the geraniol, limonene, and lionel. So those are very, they can cause irritation. So just be aware if you're using fragrance and preservatives and crap like that. It might not be good. And of course, we got the reference point, phenoxyethanol, in that purple magenta color. So that's a good reference point. But it's got a lot of good stuff. It's got the rice starch, and then it's got some seed oils and cellulose. But of course, the highlighting ingredients is zinc oxide, okay? So the zinc oxide is pretty much, that's gonna give you the UVA protection, all right? That's what you're gonna pay for when you're looking at these mineral sunscreens. You wanna get that anti-aging and also the burning, of course, the SPF rating, but you wanna get the anti-aging. If you wanna get into the skincare game, you definitely wanna go towards physical mineral sunscreens. Do not wanna get chemical sunscreens, okay? They're not good for your health, okay? After I picked this, my lady's next 2 picks was the Bioscience. This is great, the Bioscience. And then also she picked the Fab. All right, so you know, my thoughts on the Bioscience. I really like this one. I think this is probably my second favorite one. I think the packaging is really luxurious. It just looks very classy. It feels really good. It was light. Okay, so for my notes, I wrote down that this was very light. It's also a white color, so it's not tinted. So if you guys are like me and don't like tinted sunscreen, this might be a good, I would say I would put this in the top 5 for sure. My HD right now is the Rovectin sunscreen, but this, I would probably put this as like a close second or third maybe, you know. It's actually pretty legit. Only thing I would say is that it smells a little bit like power bait. Okay, so if you all been ever trout fishing, you guys know how that smells like. It's kind of a common scent with a lot of sunscreens, especially mineral sunscreens. I don't know what it is with the composition, but all of them kind of have this little power bait smell. But this one's a light power bait smell. Again, it's no white cast, a very, very fast absorption. Okay, so I'll give you a little quick peek at this right now. See, it's almost the same consistency, same composition and formulation as the Rovectin. You know, it's really, really light. Really, really light, and it's already gone, right? So I'm gonna put some of this on my face. Actually, I don't want to waste it, you know. It's good stuff. So the only thing with the Bioscience is it's a little expensive. It's a little expensive. So the Bioscience is 1.7 ounces and it's $30, and it's only a PA+++. So that's kind of the reason why I kind of don't like it is the PA rating. It's only 3 pluses. Now you want to look for that 4+ rating, guys. Okay. So this is kind of the minimum that I would run is a PA and then 3 pluses. That's my only knock on it. Again, at the top of the ingredients, like you got zinc oxide, and then top 5 you got squalane and glycerin. So very, very good stuff, good ingredients. You know, squalane has a lot of good properties for those who have dry skin or even irritated or sensitive skin. Squalane's a good oil, very low comedogenic rating that is very beloved by a lot of the skincare community. And at the back end, you have phenoxyethanol. Again, it's a reference point, 1% or less if it's sold in the US. So I give it like an A-. I mean, my lady loves it. She thinks like this is legit. Again, the price is another big thing. $30 for 1.7 mils. It's kind of steep. Yeah, you know, you're really 1.7 ounces, so it's 50 mils. So $30 for 50 mils is it's pretty expensive, especially sunscreen. You're gonna go through it so fast. It's not like a moisturizer. You're gonna put a lot more on your face. So if you have some deep pockets, this could be a good option. So my lady loves this. I would recommend this for a lot of folks. Oh, going back to the Ren, this one is 1.7 ounces. This is obviously the sample size, but the 50 mils, 1.7 ounces coming in at $38. So super expensive. I've never heard of this brand. Obviously, it's packaging looks pretty good. It looks, you know, it's got the little bunny ears, cruelty-free, vegan, you know, fun-free, everything. So, you know, for all you folks that are really looking out and being conscious of the environment and stuff, this is great. This is really good. And you're gonna pay a little bit out of your pocket. $38 for 50 mils. It's very expensive. So, but I think if you have oily skin, you know, that's why I'm gonna give it to my colleague Flora. She has oilier skin, and you know, if you don't mind the matte feel, and if your face is naturally producing a lot of oils, a lot of sebum, and that might be a good route to go to, you know, because sometimes putting on extra stuff when you have oily skin, that's a negative. Okay, that can cause more oils and breakouts, and it's not fun. So my bad about the train. Now my lady lives like right next to the train track, so it's gonna be a lot of train noise this video. Okay, next up is the Fab. This is the Fab Liquid Mineral Sunscreen, Zinc Oxide SPF 30. Obviously this is a sample. This one is coming in at $34 for 50 mils. Not 50 mils, 1.5 ounces. I guess it's about 40 mils or whatever. So, not cheap. It's not on the cheap end. I'm not a huge fan of Fab just because of packaging. I mean, it's so ghetto. Like, I feel like every time I buy Fab, it's just disgusting. Like, this is super ghetto. I mean, I don't know what's going on. They're trying to cut corners, obviously, but you know, you're paying $34 for 1.5 ounces, and that you gotta do a little bit better. Okay, I think Fab's gotta step up a little bit. This is 16.8% zinc oxide. If you look at the ingredients deck, it's mostly green. I would say it's all green except for the phenoxyethanol, and that's a reference point. It's on the bottom end of the deck. It's got zinc oxide as a first ingredient. It's got triglyceride, and a little bit in the middle of the deck, you got a lot of the filtrates, and then the Camellia sinensis. That's my favorite green tea leaf extract. It's got that tetrahexadecyl ascorbate, which is a derivative of vitamin C. It's kind of a lower derivative. It's not really efficient, but it's very, very stable. So I mean, these companies, if they want to put vitamin C in it, they have to put the derivative, because it's gonna rot and it's gonna be nasty. It's not gonna work. So I appreciate them really putting in the vitamin C. That's good looking out. Vitamin C with sunscreen, that's a good combo. It's like the Avengers. You want to have them fight together against all these harmful UV rays and free radicals in the air. So just a little quick tip. If you guys are incorporating serums, like I always use vitamin C in the morning. That's an automatic. That's a mando for me. So definitely want to use vitamin C in the morning to help it fight against UV along with your sunscreen. So I'm really grateful that First Aid Beauty put vitamin C in it, and got a lot of other licorice and feverfew extracts, tocopherol acetate, which is another vitamin E, and then tocopherol. So it's got a lot of good stuff. Titanium dioxide in the way end. So titanium dioxide also fights against UV rays, but more of the UVB. So it can go well. It's a kind of a combo with a lot of zinc oxide. If they want to market it as a pure mineral sunscreen, they usually put that in there. So I don't know why they put it in the way end, like it's like the second to last ingredient, but maybe that's just a part of marketing probably. I'm just guessing. But as far as this thing, I mean, it's tinted. So if you guys like tint, my sister, she likes tinted sunscreens, So I mean, if you guys want a little bit of coverage, I mean, it's not a whole lot. It's not like putting on makeup and stuff. Like my sister doesn't put on a lot of makeup, but she does appreciate a little bit of tint in the sunscreens. Okay, let's see what the notes I wrote on this. So the Fab sunscreen, the packaging is super terrible. That's what I wrote down. And it's in a liquid form, very, very thin and light, very, very fast absorbing because it's so liquidy, right? And it smells like a light power bait with a nutty aroma. Power bait with a little bit of nuts. Okay, so I don't know if the trout we're gonna eat that one, but that was my review on this one. All right, for the fourth pick, I picked the Umbra Tint Physical Daily Daily Defense SPF 30 by DE. Drunk Elephant is a very popular company. It just got bought out, I think, by a Japanese company now. So anyways, I did not like this packaging. That was like the first thing that stood out is this nipple packaging. You have to kind of twist it, and then it opens up, and you pull it out. It's just, and it looks kind of like poop. Yeah, it looks kind of disgusting actually. But anyways, yeah, see this packaging? Like, see there's leftovers and stuff? Like, I have to like close it and like get it all out, because you don't want that just sitting there. Like, I would just leave it like this, right? So you have to really clean it off. So I mean, I appreciate that they're trying to be innovative and creative and doing all this stuff. Like, that's cute and all, but for me it's all about function. So if it doesn't function well, there goes that power bait smell. If it doesn't function well, like, that's an automatic negative. $36 for 2 ounces. So you're getting 60 mils. Like, it's not good. It's not bad either. So it's 36 bucks is, you can do better. I'm sorry, it's not good. Yeah, I would say it's like C. I'll give it a C for value. It's 20% zinc oxide, which is great. That's in the first ingredient. As you can see in the ingredient sector, there's a lot of green. It's also got tetrahexadecyl ascorbate, which is the vitamin C. And at the bottom end, you have the phenoxyethanol. So, it's got a lot of good stuff. It's got the aloe. It's got the sclerocarcia berea seed oil and aloe leaf oil, and some extract, sunflowers, grapes, sunflower seed oil, jojoba seed oil, raspberry seed oil, all kinds of good stuff, wheat, tocopherol, and seawater. So it's got a lot of good stuff. I really like the complexity of the ingredient stack. Again, it's the packaging, and if you like the tint, it's okay. They have one that is non-tinted, way cheaper. So I'm actually excited to try that one. It's been on kind of my wish list. My lady and I, we don't like to buy too much stuff at once, because it's just gonna sit there and it's gonna deteriorate. So we try to keep things fresh, and we try to use a fridge too. So anyways, as far as the sunscreen, I do recommend this if you have if you are looking for a physical sunscreen and if you prefer the tinted style, this is actually pretty good. I think a lot of folks, I think there's a lot of good reviews on this. A lot of folks like it. I think for the money, I think you could do a little bit better. And I recommend usually the Ulta MD Physical. That's what I've been pushing to my colleagues and friends, and even my sister, she loves it. And I think it's like 20 bucks, 25 bucks. I got it on eBay, 25 bucks for like, I don't know, 2.5 or 3 ounces. It's a big bottle, man. So you save a lot more money. You know, you don't want to be very skimpy with the sunscreen, okay? You don't want to put down like a couple little pea drops like that. You don't want to do that. You want to put a good amount and really cover your face, okay? It's not just about the numbers. I mean, you know what I mean? If you're putting on SPF 50 and just putting on a little bit, like, it's not the same. It's not gonna be effective. So don't just look for the numbers. Like, you know, be smart. You know, it's about not only the quantity, the protection, but also how it absorbs, or even if it falls off. If you're sweating, if you're perspiring, it's gonna come off. Or if you're in an aquatic environment, so a lot of other factors come into play with sunscreen. Okay, so you know, it's not just about the numbers. You gotta really think kind of bigger picture. Okay, guys. All right, for the 5th pick, my fiance picked the Coola. The Coola. That's kind of a cool design. I like the packaging. It's got a little like metallic aqua color. You can see the little shimmer. So, and it's a white packaging. That's a cool little sample. This one comes in at $42. $42 for 1.5 ounces. So 40 bucks is a pretty steep with tax and everything. Be 45 on Sephora for 50 mils. No, not even 50 mils. It's 45 mils, right? Yeah. 1.5 ounces. It's 15% zinc oxide. That's the main ingredient. And the inactive ingredients are the aloe leaf juice and the butylene glycol, the caprylyl glycol, and triglycerides. It's got some leaf cell extract, jasminum, and some skinus mole extract and cocoa seed extract as the last ingredient. So everything's green. Only thing I would kind of question is the PG7. You know, those are kind of like in the gray areas. But anyways, I left it all green. As far as my notes on this, let me go ahead and peep my notes. The texture is very creamy and it's medium light. So it's not super light, but it's a medium light texture, quick absorbing, and minor power bait smell. It's got a slight white cast around the hairline. Overall, I gave it a C. So it's not one of the better ones. You know, obviously it was drafted in the middle of the draft. So yeah, I think my lady kicked my butt with the draft though. I think if I could do it all over again, I would take her team over my team for sure. Oh yeah, it's definitely medium light texture. It's not like liquid, but look how fast it's gone. So it is very fast absorbing. It's a little matte drying. So I gave it a C. The next one I drafted at number 6. I selected the Dr. Dennis Gross, the full-size bottle. The Dr. Dennis Gross skincare is a dark spot sun defense broad spectrum SPF 50. It's $42. Okay, so I think my lady paid $39. So it says $39. And just that big bottle, I don't have it with me because I've been running it. I've been running it a lot. I really like it. It's definitely my top 5 mineral screens. Yeah. So anyways, this is the full size. That's $42, man. So just from that, you already like got your money's worth. Anyways, but that's not why I like it. I think I like it because it's very light. It's white. It's not tinted. It's fast absorbing. It's got a little bit of a white cast though. My lady said there's a lot of negative reviews online. I'm gonna have to check those out. I don't know if some of them are just like spam or just marketing people. You know, there's a lot of fake reviewers out there, guys. So you know, the best thing to do is, you know, just try it yourself or listen to someone you trust that's not going to be compromised. Looking at the ingredients deck, a little bit of red, that BHT, that's a negative. Orange oil, that's a negative too. It's a high on the EWG rating. My lady spotted that out. It can cause a lot of irritation. And of course, the sodium EDTA, so that's another preservative. Kind of high to mid in the ingredients deck. It's not too great. I think their superstar ingredients is the Borhavia diffusa root extract and the Carthamus tinctorius safflower seed oil. So those are kind of their top 10, top 15 ingredients. The bottom you got melatonin, and then you got some acids, some evening primrose oil, olive oil, and some rice extract. So a lot of good stuff. We've seen these in other skincare products as vitamin E, and you know they're featuring really the melatonin, the vitamin C, vitamin E, titanium dioxide, zinc oxide, and the black rice, black rice or sativa extract. So that they have all this marketing stuff on their page. So again, for me, I don't have it with me right now to show you. I'm gonna do a full triple R review because it's worth it. I definitely think it's worth my time and worth your time to get my full review, not just a quick snippet like on this video. So keep an eye out for that one, okay? At number 7, this is a cool one. My lady drafted this one. This is when we started getting the chemicals. So there's only 6 physical sunscreens in this little gift set, and then the other 6 were chemical. So we're not gonna go do a deep dive because they're all chemical sunscreens. They're really not good for you, okay? So unless you absolutely hate physical sunscreens. But this one actually is cool. So my lady drafted this one. I think this was a great pick at number 7. Probably the best pick in the draft. This is a Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen. So I'll show you why it's so so cool. Okay, look at that. Oh my God. It's a gel clear sunscreen. Isn't that weird? Like, oh my God, it's gone. It's crazy. It's like gel moisturizer. It's super light. It's almost like moisturizing. It's hydrating. It's really unique. It's a very unique sunscreen. I've never seen a sunscreen that was clear, and obviously it's not gonna leave any white tint because it's clear. I think that's genius. I wish all sunscreens were clear and gel type. That would really solve the whole hairline white face, Casper the ghost face, ghost face killer. Anyways, so when I looked at my notes for this, as far as a chemical sunscreen, this is very, very special because it had a white, light cream texture, like a gel type, and it was super fast absorbing, as you guys saw, and no white cast, and it smells a little bit like lemons. Yeah, it smells like lemons. I love it, and I think it makes sense because it's like yellow. I really want to like this, even though it's chemical. So for the 8th pick, I picked another Supergoop. I wanted to follow my fiance. I picked the SPF 50. This one is with the sunflower extract. It's a chemical sunscreen, so you know that there's gonna be chemical ingredients. This is also a gel type, and it smells a little bit like flowers. So I think Supergoop is going with this yellow lemon theme. If you like lemon and you like chemicals, then Supergoop might be for you. Okay. All right. For the 9th pick, I selected fumble. Shiseido 42. This Shiseido is a Japanese. Kind of like they're Japanese, I don't know. They're kind of everyday carry type of thing. I wrote down in my notes the packaging is terrible, and it's just weird. It's a white liquid texture, very fast absorbing. It's a chemical sunscreen, guys, so most of these are going to be super fast absorbing and very light. So formulation and composition is going to be very quick and light. They're all good things. It's just the ingredients is terrible, So. And it smells like flowers. So Shiseido is a big brand in Japan, and if you want to smell like older people, that's probably it for you. Number 10, my lady picked the Lancome UV Expert Aqua Gel Defense 50. Again, this is a chemical sunscreen, so it's really light and fast absorbing. It's a gel type. It smells like flowers. Yeah, it smells like flowers. And I put down that it smells good. So if you like flowery smells, Lancome, Shiseido, that's good for you. Even the Supergoop smells like lemons. So you can kind of see the trend with chemical sunscreens. It's not gonna have that power bait smell. So if that power bait smell that's a deal breaker, you might have to go with the bad chemicals on your face. Okay, all right. And for the 9th pick, I picked another Japanese product, Shiseido 50. This is Shiseido 50 Plus. This is the blue color. I wrote down that its texture is liquidy. Of course, it's chemical. And the formulation was falling apart. Oh yeah, I remember. So this one, when I first put it out and put it on my skin, the sunscreen parts and then the water, they were falling apart. They didn't mix it well enough, or it was just in this container for so long it's kind of separated. So that's a negative. Yeah, if you have that kind of formulation, y'all need to rethink your strategy, because that's a negative. Yeah, I mean that's disgusting. Okay, so this is probably just gonna go in the trash monster. Okay. Last but not least, the last pick, the kicker. Actually, you don't want to pick kicker last. So kickers are important. in fantasy football. So don't be a noob. Don't take the kicker last, okay? Be a pro like me. Just don't draft the defense. Anyways, little pro tip. Dermalogica. This is the Dermalogica Age Smart sunscreen. Let's see what I put on here for my review. Again, Dermalogica, because it's a chemical sunscreen, extremely light, white texture, you know, fast absorbing, and I said it smells like pho. So if you guys like Vietnamese food, I love Vietnamese food. I am not Vietnamese. Everyone thinks I look like a Vietnamese guy, but I am actually Korean American. Anyways, it smells like pho. Pho đặc biệt. Yeah, if you guys, all my Vietnamese fans, please make sure you hit the like button if you like pho, okay? Anyways, and last but not least, this is the Kate Somerville. It's a ceramides, Kate Somerville ceramide serum. It's a little bit of a medium weight. It wasn't watery. It's a little bit sticky. You know, the ingredient stack is amazing. It's like all ceramides and triglycerides. It's very good for your skin, anti-aging. Okay, so if you want to do anti-aging, now my lady and I we're in our mid-30s. We're trying to get into like anti-aging, getting ready for our 40s and 50s. You know, so yeah, a lot of anti-aging stuff, and ceramides is a good route. This is super expensive, $98. So $98 for 1 ounce. This is 0.33 ounces, but so this is 33 bucks, man. Anyways, if you look at the ingredients deck, it's gonna be all green except for the back end. So like I said earlier, it's got the cucumber seed oil, it's got the hydrolyzed yeast protein, propanidiol, it's got the ecotoin, hydroxy ecotoin, ceramide NP, ceramide AP, advanced placement, ceramide EOP, and a lot of peptides, and it's got Tasmania lanceolata fruit extract, and hippophae ramonides oil, tocopherol, aka vitamin E, cholesterol, ethyl hexylglycerin, and carbomer, and aspergillus molasses ferment filtrate, and phytosphingosine, and adenosine, and glycine soja soybean extract, and lecithin. It's got a lot of good stuff. Obviously, that's why you're paying the big bucks. And anytime you do anti-aging, you get into that kind of field, you're gonna have to pay the cost to be the boss. And at the back end, we have the sodium EDTA, and then the last ingredient is your favorite, phenoxyethanol. So that's pretty much the full review for this little gift bag that my lady got. Again, my lady said it was gone like on the quickness. She said she bought it and then it was already sold out. So I mean, a lot of people are on these Sephora websites. I'm sure they're looking at deals, and when they see these like crazy little giveaway things, and you know, if they're donating more than half of it, half the proceeds going to the cancer fund, like that's amazing. So shout out to Sephora for doing good work. Being a healthcare worker myself, I think it's important that we are conscious of folks who are not as fortunate. Okay, people who may be ill or may get ill. I mean, just we need to do research. Okay, we need to do a lot of research to come out with better medicine and to protect our community and our loved ones. All right, guys, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Comment below if you tried any of these products. Let me know what you think. And I know this was a super fast video to do 12 sunscreens. Again, keep an eye out for the Dr. Gross physical sunscreen. I'll be doing a full triple R for that. So have a great day. Be safe, y'all. Peace.